In this video, I am going to explain you about writing skills, parts of speech. In English, we generally write sentences to communicate with others. Communication may be in verbal form or using words, or we can say using spoken words. And a sentence is a group of words arranged in meaningful form. A sentence is a group of words that communicates a complete thought. Example, Vijay goes to market. A group of words does not make complete sense is known as phrase. Raju goes. A sentence always begins with a capital letter and it always ends with a question mark, full stop or exclamation mark. These are the following sentences. The first is interrogative sentence. Second is a simple sentence, and this sentence has exclamation mark. Using capitals. There are some rules to use capital letter for a sentence. This rule is MINTS. MINTS is a set of simple rules that helps you to capitalize words correctly. Each letter in the MINTS refers to one capitalization rule as shown in this table. This one here, alphabet. What it shows: M means months. Rule: capitalize the first letter in all the names of months. Example, I will go to college in June. This is I. It is a letter here, and the rule is capitalize the letter I when it is used to begin a word. And example, I play tennis with him every day. Second is N. N names. N is for names. Capitalize the first letter in the names of people, places and days. Example, this Tuesday Vidya will be in Rajasthan. T. T is for titles, and the rule is capitalize the first letter in the titles before people name. Here the title is doctor, and the short form is of doctor is DR, and Mr. its short form is MR, and Mrs. its short form is MRS. So this example is Dr. Shah and Mr. Patel work together. S. S means starting letter with of sentences, means starting any means sentence with a letter, and the letter is in capital letter, and the rule is capitalize the first letter in every sentence. It is mandatory whenever you are using any word, means that word is starting the sentence, its first letter is in capital letter. Example, the cat ran out of the house. In this sentence, the is the first letter, and the is the first word, not a letter, and its first letter is T. So we have to write T in capital letter. Next is punctuation. A punctuation is used to apply pause or to break a sentence in parts, and we have to specify some meaning using punctuation. It is very important, means you have to learn the proper use of punctuation marks. It is a set of marks, or you can say it is a set of marks such as full stop, and the full stop is used to end the sentence, and the comma, which help us separate parts of a sentence and explain its meaning, like uppercase letters. Punctuation is also a very important part of sentence and has some rules. See here, there are some rules. The first rule is full stop. Every sentence end with full stop. You see here, this is also called as a sentence, but it is a descriptive sentence. You see here there is means full stop is used to end the sentence. Means here we have to take pause whenever we are reading. We have to take pause. Means we can take rest for a second. Like here its sign is dot. Use is shows the end of sentence. You see here the first sentence is this the sentence shows the end of a sentence. Also used to show short form of long words. Like here doctor, we can write doctor in short form dr. Means we can put here dot, but it is not mandatory to use means short form dr. Or like here we write sentence in this way. Like means if we write the short form d dot a dot v, means here we are means this means DAV, it has one full form, that is Dayanand Anglo-Vedic. So we are writing this word in short form. And the example is, this is a sentence. This is another sentence. Sanjay is a doctor. His patients call him Dr. Sanjay. Comma. Sometimes we use comma to indicate a pause in the sentence. Comma is to take a pause. Means if we are reading completely any sentence, means for spoken purpose. Spoken purpose, we take some pause. Means we can stop for a while. And the comma is also important in written form, because a comma can change the meaning of the sentence. So take care when you use this comma. Sometimes we use a comma to indicate a pause in the sentence. Its example is, after the waiter gave me the menu, I ordered the food. You see in this sentence here, means after the waiter gave me a menu, means when the waiter gave the menu, then this person ordered the food. And second use is, we can also use a comma to separate items when we are listing out more than two items in a row. Like in this example, I bought apples, oranges and grapes. You see here there are three items in this sentence, means fruits in this sentence, but first two fruits are separated with comma. Next is question mark. Question mark basically is used for interrogative type sentence, means to ask a question. Its use is, we use a question mark at the end of a question. Like in this sentence, what is your name? How old are you? Means these sentences are asking some question. Next is exclamation mark. We use an exclamation mark at the end of a word or a sentence to indicate a strong feeling, such as surprise, shock or anger. You see here there is also a use of comma in this sentence. Next the example here, what a pleasant surprise, you are late. Apostrophe, this one means this comma means you see here this is a comma, means at the bottom, means you can say below, and it is a upper one, means it is used here in this sentence. We use an apostrophe followed by an s to show that something belongs to someone. Means apostrophe it is used for belonging, means some any item, that item belongs to with a person. In this example, this is a Divya's pen. Are these Abdul's books? And next use is, we also use apostrophe to indicate the shortened form of the some words in informal speech. See in this example, let's go, means here we have to use let us go. So you is hidden here in this sentence. You see here let us go. He isn't here. Isn't means is not. So that's why it means in short form we have written. There are so many examples related with short form. Now, basic parts of speech. As we know, basic part of speech is a building block of any sentence. Without knowing this sentence, we could not form any sentence in English. So, firstly, it is mandatory you have a good knowledge of basic parts of speech. There are 8 basic parts of speech in English language. These are noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. The part of speech. So there are 8 parts of speech in the English language. These are noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. And the parts of speech indicate how the word function in a sentence and make a proper sense of a sentence. See, this is a pictorial representation of parts of speech. This is a noun. Noun, it is used for a name of a person, animal, place, or a thing. Pronoun, it is used in place of noun when we repeat noun so many times. I, you, he, she. In this sentence, there is a adjective. Means in this diagram, there is a adjective here. Adjective describes noun and pronoun. Here you see salty, sure, sweet, spicy, and verb, it is showing the action done by a noun or a pronoun. Fall, teach, and adverb, it is means additional verb and additional adjective. Now, a noun is a word for a person, place, thing, or idea. Pronoun is used in place of noun, and a verb expresses the action of noun and pronoun. Adjective modifies or describes a noun or pronoun, and adverb modifies or describes a verb, adjective, or another adverb. A preposition is used to tell the position of a noun in sentence and to form a phrase modifying another word in a sentence. A conjunction joins words, phrases, or clauses. An interjection is a word used to express emotions. Then the different parts of words or different types of words we use in sentence are called parts of speech. Like one example, Ajay goes to school. In Ajay goes to school, here I am writing this sentence. Ajay goes to school. In this sentence, goes to school and Ajay are all parts of speech. Here goes means it is a verb here. School and Ajay, they are noun, and to is a preposition in this sentence. In this way you can justify the meaning of the sentence. There are some rules and examples based on parts of speech. First is noun here. What they do? Noun are the words that refer to a person, place, thing, or idea. These are naming words. Actually, in this video, I am explaining from this book, NCERT book. Why I am explaining from this book? Because it is mandatory to understand or to read this book. And you can read this one means yeah, this parts of speech from any English grammar book, but it is not effective way. You have to understand the purpose of employability skills. Why I am explaining you employability skills? Because parts of speech is mandatory while you are communicating with others. It is mandatory in written form or in verbal form. Here, its example is in the sentence Rima wrote a letter. Both Rima and letter are nouns. Some more example words: dog, table, India, Sanjay. Next, pronoun. Pronoun, what pronoun does? A pronoun is a word used in place of a noun. Example of this means pronoun means sentence example. In the second sentence, Rima wrote a letter. She is tired. Here, she refers to Rima, and she means it is a pronoun. Some more words of pronoun: I, they, he, you. Why I have used here she here means in this sentence, because means many time if we repeat Rima word means in this sentence, so it is not a good means due to this you use pronoun in place of noun. Second, adjective or third adjective here. Adjectives are words that describe other words. In the second, Rima wrote a long letter. Long is an adjective that describes the noun letter. There are some examples: small, blue, sharp, loud. They all are adjective here. Verbs. Verbs are the words that shows action. In the sentence, Rima wrote a letter. Wrote is the verb. It tells what action Rima did. There are some examples: run, eat, think, sit. Adverbs. Here adverbs. Adverbs basically means adverbs are the words that add meaning to verbs, adjectives or other adverbs. They answer the questions how often, when and where. In the sentence, Rima quickly wrote a letter. Quickly is an example of adverb. It tells how Rima did the action. There are some words: easily, always, inside, before. They all are adverbs. And this sentence, wow, Rima went to the studio and met a famous actor. Here in this sentence, Rima, studio and actor are nouns. For this you can do means you read your English book or any other book, you describe these parts of speech. In this way you can learn about parts of speech. Famous is an adjective here because it describes the noun actor. The words went and met are verbs because they describe an action. What about the remaining words in this sentence? Wow, to, the, and. What are these words called? They are basically supporting words to join main parts of speech together and to add information to the sentences we make. Now, supporting parts of speech. Actually, these are basically noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, and adverbs. They are called as basic parts of speech. But there are some supporting parts of speech. Supporting parts of speech are articles, conjunctions, preposition, interjection. See here, the articles are an, the, or a. The we also say the, a, and conjunctions, sentence, conjunction, sentence. Why it is showing this image? Why the conjunction is written here? Because actually it is joining this one. Preposition. You see here pictorial representation of position here. In, it is inside here, on, it is on the top here, under, it is here, and one more position here below. Next is interjection. Interjection means it is used with exclamation mark. Supporting parts of speech. Supporting parts of speech in this example here means in this table, there is first one is articles. Its use is the words a, and, the are known as articles. Articles are generally used before nouns. An is used before words with a vowel A, E, I, O, U sound. A is used before nouns with a consonant. All are all other alphabets sound. The is used refer to specific or particular words. Example, the car stopped suddenly because a cat ran in front of it. A book, an apple, an umbrella, the sun. Next, conjunction. Conjunction are the words that join two nouns, phrases or sentences. Some common conjunctions are and, or, but. Instead of Sheila went to the market, I all went to the market. Sheila and I went to the market. Instead of do you want oranges? Do you want apples? Next is do you want oranges or apples? Preposition connect one word with another to show the relation between them. They usually answer the questions where, when and how. Some common prepositions are on, at, under, in. The cat is on the roof. The shop is at the end of the road. Rahul is standing under the tree. I live in Delhi. Next is interjection. These words expresses strong emotions such as happiness, surprise, anger or pain. They have an exclamation mark at the end. Wow, oh no, thanks, help. There are some activities. These activities basically we can do means in online class, or these are means offline activities. But basically, what is the aim of this chapter? The aim of this chapter is to explain you about written. Okay, I'm opening that one. Written words means written form of communication, and for written form we need good knowledge about parts of speech. Okay, just wait, I'm opening this one. What I explained to, I want to describe in nutshell here what you have to learn. Writing skills, parts of speech. This thing I explained you in this video. What is mandatory in this video? You have to know about sentence. I explained you about the sentence. Sentence is a meaningful combination of words that makes a sense. And a sentence end with full stop. But clause, it means it is just a part of a sentence. It makes sense but not a complete sense, and the clause does not end with full stop. I explained you about use of capital letter. The rule is MINTS, months, the letter, names, titles, and starting letter of sentences. Next, punctuation marks. Punctuation marks basically used to take a pause in a sentence, and punctuation marks used in both form, when we speak or when we write. Next, I explained you about basic parts of speech, means noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjections. These parts of speech are mandatory to learn. Why it is mandatory to learn? Means if you have proper knowledge, then you can write the sentences and you can speak correct English. Actually, whenever we speak English, that time there is one hurdle in our brain, that is the use of proper vocabulary. Vocabulary means you have proper knowledge of words, means how to frame a sentence. But it is not compulsory to have proper knowledge of vocabulary. Vocabulary, if you have simple knowledge about the vocabulary, means you know some words, and so that you have to describe your views. This is the meaning of the communication. So if you have proper knowledge about the parts of speech, then you can frame the proper sense of the sentence. And if you use tough words to explain something, it is not good while communication. But it is good that you have proper knowledge of parts of speech and how to use them. Next is here, there is one more difference between the means types of parts of speech. Here you see noun, pronoun, adjectives, verbs, adverbs. They are parts of speech, but articles, conjunction, prepositions, interjections, they are supporting parts of speech. This thing I explained you in this video, and thank you for watching this video.